The Universe, Season 2, Episode 1, Return to Tambleon, by Rainbow Double Dash. Chapter 4, Hunter, Prey. Rogar's stitched golems didn't hesitate a moment. Rushing forward, clawed over foot, using their forearms like forelegs, language howl, high-pitched wails. The jasmine-coated Pegasus, who just managed to stand, was the closest pony to the lead golem, which leapt, claws outstretched, mouth wide, ready to rip and tear. The next instant, it was flying backwards, its face a crumpled mess where the Pegasus had punched it with surprising force and accuracy. It rolled a few times before landing in front of Grogar, tried to pick itself up, but then fell to the ground, deflating like a balloon at the master's hooves as the light in its eyes went out. The other constructs paused in their charge, looking at their fallen compatriot as they processed this new, unanticipated information. Grogar raised one eyebrow, but whatever the rest of his reaction might have been was lost as the world suddenly flashed painfully bright white. Grogar grimaced as he closed his eyes against the glare, throwing up a shield spell in front of himself instinctively. When the light cleared, 6 ponies and Alicorn, Celestia, were nowhere in sight, and the golems were looking around, heads snapping about for a few moments before they turned as one to Grogar, bowed their heads, one of them automatically taking the lead. Ponies. The golem said, his voice halting, watery, sounded like it was echoing from the bottom of a well. Grogar scowled at that. So it would appear. He noted, glancing behind him, eyes darting over the rubble and detritus that was the main gate of the castle. He noted the biggest pile in particular, more specifically, the hem of a robe sticking out from behind it. Bray, stop hiding and get over here. From behind the rubble, a brown-coated, turbaned donkey had appeared. Regrettably, the head was still attached to its owner's body, as Bray came slinking out from where it had been hiding, head bowed low. He still wore the same robes he had before their exile had begun, though they had seen much better days. Akalikaro, alright, you need Harineke, Pemnik. Can't have that, did he, Verba? Grogar's horns glowed as he flicked a hoof at Bray. Donkey let out a yelp of fright, looking down and covering his head. When pain, misery, and doubt failed to fall on him, opened an eye and glanced at his master. What's it got? Bray put a hoof to his mouth at the sound of his own voice, speaking a language he never heard before. What is this? Equestrian, Grogar noted, rubbing one hoof against his cloak. The language of those ponies these days, it would appear. You will find it useful. Grogar turned, indicating 5 golems. You 5. A wicked 5. No, 10 more. The 15 of you will then follow and obey Bray until I order otherwise. Grogar turned to Bray as the donkey was muttering to himself, getting used to the language that had taken root in his mind with no warning. The 5 golems, meanwhile, took off at full speed through the gates of Castle Tambleon, heading for the necropolis to continue therein, gather some reinforcements. Bray, when they return, you will lead them. Scour the city. Find the ponies and Celestia. Grogar pushed past Bray, heading towards the palace. Kill Celestia. Bring me one of the ponies alive. It does not matter much, but I want it unharmed and, if all possible, kill the rest. Yeah, of course, Master. Yeah, I hope you know I wasn't hiding. I was assuming a persistent tentacle. Bray tried, but then was sudden sound, like a mountain falling and hitting the ground from above. With Grogar and Bray flinched in surprise as he looked up instinctively, saw a gray shield that Grogar had erected, covering the whole of the island. Ripple, but so strong, just barely visible upon the ripple was a small, midnight blue dot. Grogar frowned. That would be Luna. Oh, and Bray, he said, turning to the donkey once more. Bray glanced, then let out a cry of fright as a white energy struck the ground near his hooves. The donkey stumbled backwards, falling on his rear. Grogar turned to hoof out. Of course not, Master, Bray exclaimed, scrambling to his hooves, taking out towards the necropolis that he might meet his golem service halfway. Right away, Master! Grogar watched him go for a moment, then glanced upwards as the steel it was rocked under another blow from Luna. It would hold, but not for long. But this time, it would be for long enough. One of his hooves went to the bell hanging at his neck. He intoned, before setting off for the palace. For several moments, all there was in Raindrop's mind was running alongside her herd of friends. Only thinking part of her brain still active was badly wishing she could have been flying instead. Though her wings were no longer quite as stiff as they had been, she still couldn't flap with nearly as much speed or force necessary for her to fly, even with Pegasus magic. At length, every plane stopped, for no other reason to try and figure out where they were. It was pointless, though. All they could see was cobblestone beneath their hooves, ruined buildings everywhere. The sky overhead was shimmering, a field muting all sunlight that managed to filter through. 6 planes were glancing between each other. Tracy putting one hoof to her head to check the element of magic was still in place. She had been one to engineer their escape, quickly conjuring up black fields all over their eyes for letting loose a burst of light. The confusion they had run, even Raindrops knew that her strike on one of the golems had been a lucky one. Remaining 5 would no doubt been overwhelmed them, especially if Grogar had entered the fray. Raindrops nodded her head at Trixie. "Horn's glowing." "Huh?" Trixie asked, glancing up in a moment. Indeed, her horn was glowing cerulean. "All right." I grabbed her eyes wide as he turned around quickly. The remaining 5 did as well. Each of them stiffened themselves in surprise, as Trixie's Telganagor was none other than the tyrant's son. Trixie's horn cut out in shock. The white Ellicorn fell to the ground unceremoniously, breathing, but otherwise lying still. The 6 stared. "Trixie?" Lyra exclaimed. "I wasn't thinking," Trixie exclaimed as they bunched together, holding their breaths. Corona didn't move, however. At length, Trixie let out a sigh. "Okay," she said. "Okay, what do we do with her?" "We can't leave her," Carrot Top said. "We could," Raindrops put forth. "We very could easily." Carrot Top glanced behind her. "Lost the adrenaline in talking," she said, pointing to Corona. "She's still Princess Luna's big sister. I don't think Luna would be too happy if we let Corona get killed by Grogar." Year 5 considered a moment, wincing. "She's weak right now, remember?" Shelley asked. "Like, after the first time we hit her with the elements, she could barely stand. Couldn't even fly. Couldn't do magic. She could be our prisoner. Once we get her away, we can turn her over to Princess Luna." The ponies looked to Corona with a little more interpretation. Okay, Trixie said, making a step forward. Corona's wings twitched in, however. She let out a cry of surprise, backpedaling several paces with her friends. After a moment, Lyra led forward, horn glowing glow and seizing Corona at her Telganagora. Trixie joined her a moment later. The 2 oars mixing together as they jointly held the Alcorn in place. Corona's wings twisted a few more times, as did her hooves. One eye opening slightly, groggily, revealing a violet normal pupil. As she struggled to try and move herself into a sitting position, when she realized she was being held in place, however, her eyes snapped open, quickly locking onto the 2 unicorns. She snarled, "You wouldn't dare!" "Shut up!" Tracy exclaimed, putting a hoof forward. "Do not speak to me like that! You're treacherous! You're a prisoner! I am nobody's prisoner! Never again!" Corona struggled against the telekinesis, but instead, as she was, she could do more than twitch and spasm. After several moments stopped, breathing heavily, glaring at the 6 ponies. Tracy took another step forward, feeling much more confident now that Corona had shown herself unable to escape. "You know, we could have left you behind with Krogar. He wanted to kill you." Corona paused for a moment, smiling darkly. "Your attempts at a bargain proved futile then," she asked mockingly. Tracy blinked, glancing at her friends. "What?" Corona's eyes narrowed again. Her horn flashed bright gold. And Trixie and Lyra cried out. Streamers of magical force seemed to reach for Corona's horn to their own, wrapping around them. The telekinesis surrounding her failed, and she stood, pulling her head back. Lyra and Trixie struggled, but it was like Corona was pulling them towards her. "I had thought I might need this against my sister," she intoned, wings spreading wide. But I am prepared for this moment. Treacherous foes! I shall take your power to feel my own. And then... Raindrops was moving by then. Ray shuggled her shadow bags. Crow's eyes widened, but she didn't have time to react as Raindrop's hoof landed on her muzzle. She crumpled through, though her wings beat to carry her backwards and away from a potential follow-up blow. None was coming, though, as Raindrops was too busy holding her hoof in pain. Hitting Corona had hurt, like punching a solid, reinforced concrete. It had, however, been enough to disrupt whatever Corona was doing to her friends. Slider and Trixie both stumbled and fell to their knees, and Hawks breathing heavily. Corona was on her hose again, glaring at Raindrops as her main bitterly lit up in flames, though it sputtered out and died a moment later. You would dare strike! She had moved quickly without her noticing. Cheerly had somehow moved up alongside and bucked at her. She still stumbled slightly from being clipped by Cheerly's hose. Her eyes widened further as she noticed Cheerly in particular, as the schoolteacher slipped off her own saddlebags. You! You? Cheerly asked, a grim smile on her face. Not thou. Goodness, I'm a good teacher. She blew Corona a small kiss. Still single, by the way? Corona sputtered helplessly at that, as Raindrops charged at Corona. Though she was flabbergasted by the schoolteacher, however. She noticed Raindrops' charge and glanced down with her own, longer foreleg, before Raindrops could land her own blow. Pegasus cried out in pain as he fell backwards and away. Cheerily was on Corona then, this time solidly balking at his side. Horn cried out in pain as he stumbled backwards, so as he didn't fall. Horn glowed as he saw Raindrops charging again. She lashed out with a line of fire straight at the Pegasus. The line was passed through her harmlessly, as he disappeared in the blue mist. Eyes widening, Corona's head whipped out as he saw Trixie's horn glowed, having recovered somewhat from the magic drain that Corona had cast on her. Lyra was standing too, taking her lyre as saddlebags and glaring at Corona. Unicorn sneered again, closed her eyes, set her horn glowing. With a golden flash that pops, he was gone. Raindrops couldn't stop herself from letting out a sigh of relief, despite herself as she picked herself back up. One less problem, she noted. You mean one more, Cheerily corrected. She and the Pegasus rejoined their friends. She glanced up. I'm going to assume that whatever that shield is, it can't be teleported through. So Corona's still stuck under it. Meaning that now, not only do we have to look out for Grogar and those killer ragdolls, but we have to keep an eye open for her too. When they joined their friends, Cheerily looked over at Lyra and Trixie. You two okay? The two nodded. They were panting, but then so were Cheerily and Raindrops. Corona, we start magic somehow, Lyra said as she put her lyre back in her saddlebags. She glanced over at Raindrops, who, between Sakura and Corona, had so far taken the worst beating out of all of them. How about you? Raindrops was getting her saddlebags back on. Cheerily retrieved hers as well. Not too good, she said bluntly, licking at her wings and fluttering them as hard as she could. She managed to get a little stiff, but not much. At least this is wearing off. Dizzy flapped her wings, got more slip than Raindrops, but landed again in moments. Give it an hour, maybe, she said, glancing around. Okay, so what's the plan then? Trixie took the element of magic from her head, putting it back in her own saddlebags. We need to get to the edge of that field, Trixie said, pointing over her head. See if we can talk to Princess Luna somehow. Ask her what to do. Hang on. Trixie closed her eyes, horn glowing. One by one, 6 blinked out of sight. Trixie? Cheerily asked. It's a good plan, but I can't see any pony either. I can see all of you, Trixie said. I can't silence you all, though. Not after what Corona did. Everybody meet for the main gate. Once we're back in the forest, I'll make us visible again. We can get to the beach we landed on then. How's Princess Luna going to not look for us? Raindrops asked, looking at her hoof, or rather where her hoof should have been. She'd never been invisible before, and the novelty almost made her forget about the situation she was in. There was a pause. Raindrops knew Trixie well enough to know she was grimacing. Get ready to run, she toned, as the blue glow disappeared from nothingness, and lost herself in the sky. Raindrops heard her steps and set off for herself, trying to follow them. Glancing, she saw the blue glow burst into a large, brightly glowing letters. Luna, it's Trixie. We're okay. It's where we started. No way Grogar knows where we landed on Tambleon. Celestia's teleport ended with her colliding against Grogar's magical shield at the edge of the island, about 1,000 feet in the air. She let out a cry, and more in surprise than pain, as she began to fall towards the ground beneath her, and she could see thick forest lying at the edge of a sheer cliff face. No, not thick forest, but rather edge of a board, with a fence erected to prevent donkeys from falling off. Celestia spread her wings and checked her fall, gliding easily on the ground, looking around, as though she were in a dream. The field in front of her was bare, devoid of plants, but for the best of reasons. The harvest had already been brought in. In the distance, Celestia could see a team of donkey jacks, pulling carts laden with weight behind them. They trotted on cobbled, well-maintained roads that winded their way towards the distant city of Tambleon. Celestia stared wide-eyed. This was Tambleon as it once been. But how was she seeing this? Beating her wings, she launched herself forward, towards the donkeys that landed in front of them. They paid her no mind, didn't even acknowledge her. Acting on a hunch, she reached out towards the nearest, and found her hoof passing through the jack. This is a dream, Celestia said aloud, glancing around. A memory, imprinted here on the land somehow. There was a slight squeal, as Celestia and the donkeys looked, and saw a full Jenny chase after her even younger brother. With a doll in his mouth and was laughing, the lead donkey of the procession let out a huff and stopped the foal. "Give it back, son," he said, his voice stern but even. It took Celestia realized he was hearing wasn't a donkey. Though she knew it, it made the archaic forms to what had been spoken here. But instead, was Mari equestrian. How? The foal looked at his father, and realized the tan backside would fall if he didn't obey his father, and relented, mumbling an apology as his sister took back her doll and held it close. "I want to go market," he said. "Not today, son," the father said, missing the foal's mane. "It's the king's birthday celebration. Too many donkeys. You might get lost." Celestia paused a moment before her eyes widened. "King's birthday?" she asked. "Which one? No, this couldn't be." In the distance, from the city, there was a flash. Celestia looked and saw, from the palace of Tambleon, tucked safe behind the city walls, a white spear of magic began to expand outwards. The donkeys themselves couldn't perceive it, not being attuned to magic, as the foal continued to beg his father to let him go with him. The father kept saying no as he continued his trot, heedless of what was approaching. Jenny foal was just happy to have her foal back, and was talking to it. The other donkeys were talking to each other as well. One had told a joke and was laughing. "No!" Celestia shouted, beating her wings as she took to the air. Or glowing, she conjured a strong protection spell as she could. She aligned the donkeys as the rim of the expanding magical spear approached. She had mere seconds. "No! No! No!" The spear reached her, passed over like she wasn't over there. Because she wasn't, and neither was her protection. The magical force reached the donkeys, passed over in a second. Each suddenly fell to the earth, as limp as the doll that had tumbled from the Jenny's grasp. Celestia hit the ground with a thud, unable to get her wings under her as her dream, the memory, ended. She landed on the cliff face, one hoof hanging over the edge of the cliff. Her fall having broken more than a few tree branches, some of which landed atop her. She lay still, ignoring the slight pain, unmoving, unthinking. There was movement to Celestia's side, beyond the cliff face and field. She looked and saw her sister, flying at high speed. Their eyes met for a moment, and Luna checked her flight. Flipping back around, Celestia stood, wings spreading wide, feeling her rage, taking shape as fire around her body. "You!" the white alcorn hissed as she stood. Luna's horn glowed as she touched it to the field. She couldn't penetrate it so easily as that. She could project just a tiny portion of her consciousness, though, creating an avatar that materialized on the other side of the field, landing before Celestia and staring at her impassively as possible. Celestia was anything but impassive as she glared at her sister's avatar. "You treacherous nag!" she roared, flames flapping around her, flaring. "After all he did, all those he murdered, you would ally with Grogar?" Luna blinked, daring to feign confusion with Celestia. "I'm not going to! Liar!" Celestia shouted, launching a gallop of flame forward. Luna stepped out of the way, her neutral expression finally dropping to one of anger. "I'm not trying to!" Another blast. Luna avoided this too, cantered backwards. Celestia advanced, leaping, driving her hoof into the avatar's body. burst apart into midnight blue smoke and quickly dissipated. Celestia then turned when it did, glaring through the field of real Luna. Luna didn't waste any time creating a second avatar. Ditzel was further away, ready to move. I'm not here to ally with Grogar, she exclaimed. Yes, you are! Celestia shouted, lunting. Luna stepped backwards and away. Celestia continued to stab at the avatar with a horn. Lassie got the only thing she could. Because you are a traitor! You fear the elements can no longer affect me! So you're allying with the necromancer! I am not! Luna objected, her avatar lancing at Celestia. The blow landed ineffectually. The avatar burst apart, having destroyed itself. Luna created a third, this one glaring angrily at Celestia. Celestia was breathing heavily. Drained of magic as she was, this was beginning to exhaust her. But she couldn't stop. Wouldn't stop. You are! She insisted, fire on her flaring again. Why else would Tambleon return? When I lost my connection to the elements, Luna said, blowing a burst of flame from her sister. It returned on its own. I bounced it again myself, but I can't keep it away forever. It returns every 500 years. Lies! Celestia, rather than trying a line of fire, still released its explosion. Luna's avatar only rolled her eyes, allowing herself to be destroyed and creating a third once the flames had cleared. By now, the flames around Celestia's body had died down to nothingness as they sucked in air. She was taxing her stolen power to its limits and needed to recover. I am not trying to create an alliance with Groga, Luna said, eyes narrowed. Liar, you are! I am not. Yes, you are not. I'll do! Oh, just shut up! Luna's avatar exclaimed, loud enough to rouse Celestia's bones. Flames flaring and bodily going deep blue, remained rolling and exploding into a vast dark nebula, created atmosphere around her. Looking like he wanted to surge forward and now fell at the older alicorn. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Celestia strips of Luna's power, remembering that this mere avatar could do nothing to her. She held her ground, glaring at her little sister. No, I'm not doing this with you anymore! Luna in a tone, stomping a hoof. I did not come here to ally with Grogar. You wouldn't even think of me capable of that. Speaks volumes about how delusional you are. Celestia's eyes widened. You dare! I came back here to lock Grogar away again. But now, because of you, Celestia, he may very well escape. Luna after hoof at Celestia. If you ever value Equestria, if you really want Grogar to be dealt with, then you will stay out of my way. Celestia opened her mouth, but Luna didn't wait. Avatar disappearing in an instant. Celestia turned into the real one, on her side of the field, already shut off, ice skimming low over the water surrounding the island. Celestia's eyes narrowed. You can't talk to me like that! I am your older sister! Luna did slow down, however. It was doubtful she could even hear Celestia through the field. Celestia didn't let her stop her as she beat her wings and took to the air, following her. Get back here! The stitched golems were quick, efficient. They could see through invisibility, but they could sense when and where magic had been used, following like a dog following a trail. Thus, it was only 15 minutes before the squad of 15 stitched golems stood against the Tambleon, looking into the forest beyond. Bray stood amongst them, glaring through the gate. Ponies have fled into the island, Prince Bray. Bray flicked his ears in annoyance, not just because the golems referred to him as Prince rather than King. No, it was the thought of leaving Tambleon. However ruined the city had become. Exactly what he needed through now. A trek through his old stomping grounds, and a tour of what had become of them. Let's go, he intoned. The golems started to move, stopped after a second, turning around perfect unison, staring at a ruined building. A former shop of some kind, a bakery, if Bray recalled correctly. Bray looked at it as well, then he saw a black striped tail. Intruder found, Prince Bray, the lead golem said as the two of the other ones rushed forward into the building before Bray could give any kind of order to his sons. He rolled his eyes even as a brief scuffle commenced. One of the golems flew back out from the ruined building, damaged but still functioning, while the other emerged after a moment, holding a black and striped equine, Jenny from the looks of her, and his claws against his body, squeezing tight. After several moments, she realized that she had been caught. He stopped struggling, instead of glaring down at the donkey. Oh, Bray asked, tilting his head to the side. Well, that's a new color on heard Seabrass. He'd never seen one before today. He sighed, however, as the damaged gull picked itself up. One of his arms hung limply at his side, and an eye was missing. Nah, pony. Oh well. Take her to Grogar. I sure will find it interesting. Or he'll kill her. We'll see when we get back. You, pointing to the damaged gull, go as well. We obey, Prince Bray. The zebra said nothing, closing her eyes and apparently accepting her fate. She was carried off back to the palace. The Bray sweetheart again. Very dignified. Noted. Looking back to the forest. Are you then? Lean on. The 6 ponies, against what seems like all odds, had escaped the city easily enough. They hadn't stopped running even once they were out of Tambleon's walls, though Trixie did dispel her invisibility. After a good 15 minutes of running, the 6 of them skidded to a halt at the beach, tossing several stones in the air as they did, each of them gasping for breath. Beyond the magical field that surrounded the island, Luna was standing in the water, waiting for them. Beyond her, they could see Windsong, floating undisturbed in the water. As they neared, Water's horn glowed and suddenly she was there, inside the field amongst them on the beach. Princess! Trixie gasped, dancing forward and making to nuzzle to Luna. Luna backed away, however, holding up a hoof. This isn't me, she said quickly, pointing out beyond the field, where another Luna stood, staring in. This is an avatar. It is fragile. If you touch it, it will be destroyed, and I'll have to create a new one. Trixie blinked at that, slowly backing away. She glanced over at the real Luna, then back to the avatar. So, she intoned, you can't help us? The avatar shook her head. Not as long as this field is up, she said, looking past Trixie into the rest of the elements. How are you all? Tired, Dizzy said, wings beating slightly. I try around a lot. Not used to running, though. Sakura did something to me. And Dizzy, too, Rena said, her own wings flapping, lifting her up in a few moments, then giving out. She hissed a little, looking back to the princess. Can't fly. It's wearing off, though. Luna pressed her lips together, looking them over. Tell me what happened, she said. The 6 did, leaving nothing out, especially not the strange collective dream they had endured just as Karan's attack began. Luna frowned at that. It was an imprint, she said, looking down. You can't just magically kill 10,000 beings in an instant on their home soil and not leave some impression. She glanced at the 6. I will ignore them if possible. They are memories of events that have already happened, and they can't harm you, but they might distract you at the critical moment. The 6 nodded. What do we do? Carrot Top asked. Luna grimaced, pointing to the field blocking her from the island. I could destroy this, but it'll take time, she said. This field is much like the one he used to keep Celestia and I out 2,000 years ago. It's much more hastily cast, but then there's only me fighting against it. Well, she looked behind her, past her true self, to Windsong, me, and whatever Windsong's tongues can do. She looked back to the 6. It'll take several hours, perhaps as much as a day. The 6 stared at Dad, glancing between each other at the thought of being trapped on Tambleon for a full day. Princess, Shirley said, stepping forward, why does Grogar want one of us alive? It would be a temporary thing, Luna said, closing her eyes and scowling deeper. Grogar did not kill the Tambleon just because he could. It was part of a ritual, an attempt to bargain for eternal life. It could be that he needs one of you to finish the ritual. She shook her head. I cannot give you all the details. There is no time. You must run and hide. The elements would save you from Grogar, but not his columns. Stay on the move, remain out of sight. Keep each other safe. She grimaced. I am sorry. This is not things how it's supposed to occur. Not your fault, Lyra said. It's Corona's. Yes, Luna confirmed, her women's worsening. I sort of anticipated something like this, but I did not. She pointed towards the forest. Now go, hide. 6 nodded and 1 took off. She spared a moment to glance at her mentor. One caught her head in the forest. Grimacing herself, the unicorn set off as fast as her host would carry her.